Hi everyone, myself Ibtisam Mandlik. I am B.Ed first year student, teacher of KLES College of Education, Ankola.
Today I am going to start Social Science Ninth Standard, the first chapter of Christianity and Islam. So these two religions are major religions among the religion of the world: Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, Zoroastrianism. In this chapter, we learn about origin of Christianity and Islam, life and teaching of Jesus Christ and Prophet Muhammad, contribution of Christianity and Islam, different sects in Islam and Christianity. Christianity and Islam were established after 1st century CE. They have become major world religion. They are known as Semitic religion. These two religions basically originated in the Central Asia and spread to the different part of the world. Let's see religion of Christianity. Christianity was established in the beginning of 1st century CE in Nazareth province of Palestine. It was under the Roman Empire. Jesus Christ was the founder of Christianity. Before the arrival of Christianity, the Jews and Palestine had become slaves to superstitious practice. They were subjected to the various hardships due to the misrules of Romans. In such a situation, Jesus Christ was born and founded Christianity. Let's know about life and teaching of Jesus Christ. Many details of Jesus Christ's earlier life are unknown. Available sources suggest that he was born into a poor family of Joseph and Mary at Bethlehem village. He did not get proper education. Despite this, acquired a lot of religious knowledge by the extraordinary power of intelligence and interpreted the holy book of Jews in a simple language. At the age of 13, he came under the influence of John Baptist and was baptized by him. He enlightened the people is distressed by divine teaching and made them psychologically strong. This made him very popular among the people and he was known as the Messiah or the survival of the people. Gradually people considered him as a godly man. The priestly class of Jews opposed this. They complained against Jesus Christ to the governor of Roman Empire, Pontius Pilate, charging him of treason. After the trial, he was taken a Golgotha on a Friday and crucified on the cross. Now Christians observe this day as a Good Friday. Now let us know about the teachings of Jesus. God is one and He is the most merciful. He is the creator of entire creation. Everyone should develop brotherhood feeling about others. Loving the people who are in distress is equal to worshipping God. One should serve others without expecting anything from them. Serving people is equal to the worship of God. If one repents for his mistake, God will forgive him. Love your enemy, do good to the people who try to harm you. Now let's know about the spread of Christianity. When he was alive, Jesus Christ entrusted the responsibility of spreading his teaching and helping the people in distress to his 12 disciples. They are called as apostles. Most important among them was Saint Peter. He went to Rome and established a church and sent missionaries all over the world to spread the gospel. Today, this church has become the most important religious center for the Catholic of the world. In the beginning, the Roman emperors did not disturb the promotion of Christianity. It spread all over the Roman Empire very fast. But after the 1st century, Roman Empire started persecuting the missionaries. Through many obstacles were created in spread the word of Jesus, the preachers did not withdraw from it. The preachers of Christianity continued their work unhindered. Later in 1st century, Constantine accepted Christianity as the national religion in 313 CE. It got the support of the state and spread into Rome, Greek, Macedonia and Asia Minor. Conversion carried out by the Roman Church and missionaries are responsible for the expansion of Christianity. The holy book of Christianity is Bible. Now let's see contribution of Christianity. First one, Christianity has taught the noble principle of peace and brotherhood to the world. Second one, the educational centers established by church and missionaries have played a significant role in the growth of education. Third one, Christianity has introduced the Gothic style in architecture. Fourth one, missionaries have extended health service all over the world. Last one, women and weaker section have been largely benefited by the education. This has brought qualitative changes in the society. It is known as empowerment. Sect in Christianity. Christianity, which was in the control of Roman Catholic till 16th century, branched off into the various sects. Christianity slowly went beyond the reach of common people and principle of Jesus Christ. Church were dominated and priest and landlord people opposed such a religious practice. In such a situation, Martin Luther stand Reformation movement in Germany. A new sect called Protestant started. With these two sects emerged in Christianity, they are known as Catholic and Protestant. This was all about Christianity. Now let's move to Islam. Islam originated in Arabia. Arabia is a peninsula of West Asia. It is basically a desert which is not suitable for agriculture. The Arabs migrated to fertile land and settled in places where water was available, such places Mecca and Medina. In the beginning, Arabs worshipped many objects of nature. They worshipped stone, trees, and streams as gods. Kaaba was considered to be one of the most important religious places. Now let us know about life of Muhammad Paighambar. The founder of Islam, Muhammad Paighambar, was born in 570 CE at Mecca. His parents, Abdullah and Amina, he lost his parents during his childhood and was brought up by his uncle. He was a shepherd in the beginning of later started to visit Mecca and Syria for business purpose. In Mecca, he was introduced to a rich widow by name Khatija and was employed by her. Later, he married her. They had 2 sons and 4 daughters. He started meditation deeply for long hours on Mount Hira to find remedies for the social and cultural shortcomings of Arab peoples. After Paighambar achieved enlightenment, he was called as the messenger of God by the people. Soon his principle became very popular among peoples. When he was in deep meditation, he used to share his message with his disciples. They were conditioned as the messenger of the God by his followers. Such collection of messages were completed and published later. This is known as Quran. Prophet Muhammad traveled from Mecca to Medina when he became aware of this 622 CE. This incident is known as Hijrah. Islamic calendar based on Hijrah. The people of Medina welcomed him and followed his principle. After 8 years, this was a war between Mecca and Medina, and the people of Medina defeated to the people of Mecca. Paighambar come back to Mecca. The people of Mecca accepted his teaching. Gradually, his principle spread all over the Arab religion. Paighambar died in 632 CE. Teaching of Islam. Islam means submission of oneself before the God, and Muslim means the followers of the God. The teaching of Islam. First one, God is one. A simple prayer is enough to win the heart of the God. Second, one should lead an honest and principled life and should keep away for all the bad habit. Third one should have respect for women and compassion for the poor and weak. Rituals of Islam. Islam follows 5 important rituals. First one, Kalma. Second, Namaz. Third, Roza. Fourth, Zakat. Fifth, Hajj. Kalma means believe only in Allah. Muhammad is his prophet. Second one, Namaz. Prayer for Allah for 5 times a day. Roza. Fasting in the month of Ramzan. Zakat means definite sum to be a spread in the income to give to the poor. Hajj means pilgrimage to Mecca once in a lifetime. Expansion of Islam. After the death of Muhammad Paighambar, the Khalifa took over the responsibility of promoting Islam. Khalifa are known as the successor of Paighambar. Islam is spread from Spain to India within a century. The reason for such a fast growth of Islam: first one, simplicity of Islam. Second one, efforts of Khalifas to spread Islam. Third one, devotion of Muslims.
Fourth one, religious interest of sultans. Fifth one, conducive political situation.
Contribution of Islam. After accepting Islam, Arabs have been known for the following contribution. First one, medicine for measles and other diseases and book on medicine. Second one, new invention in science and mathematics. Third one, the spread of knowledge built by medieval Arab and Persia in the field of geography and astronomy to the other part of the world. Fourth one, Islam influenced the art and architecture. The future of Islamic architecture can be seen in the buildings. Roman and Persian sect in Islam. Like in other religions, many sects can be found in Islam. The most important among them, Shia and Sunni. The success of Muhammad Paighambar are known as Khalifa. They become the religion and political leaders of Islam. After Paighambar, Abu Bakr was the first Khalifa. This was brief knowledge of Christianity and Islam. Thank you guys for watching.